All right, so what can you do to ensure a safer and smarter road trip for your family this festive season? The AA's Leighton Beard joins me now live via Skype for more. Leighton, we just saw you speaking about road deaths in the previous story, but let's focus on something totally different because it's still part of your expertise. That long road trip is something thousands subject themselves to every year. How can we be smart when road tripping?
Yeah, I think the first thing, Shahan, is you've got to get your head in the game. You've got to make sure that before you leave on that trip, you know exactly what the route is you're taking, your car's in a good condition, and you understand that there are going to be many thousands of other people on the road at the same time as you, and that you're going to have to share that road with them. So it's very important that your headspace understands that you're not going to be alone, that there's going to be a lot of traffic on the road, and that you're going to have to share the road. And that means that you have a responsibility not only to the people in the car with you, but to all other road users. And that includes, obviously, other motorists and people in taxis and people in trucks, but also people on motorbikes and also pedestrians. So you've got to get that mind space right. That's the very first thing you've got to do. And then I think also very, very important is you have to make sure that along the way, the journey is part of the holiday, and that you stop and you rest either every two hours or every 200 kilometers, but that you don't try and get to a destination in record time. You make sure that you're resting along the way and that you get to your destination in one piece. So a lot of information there. Rest, get your headspace right, make sure your car's in a good condition, including your tires, and make the journey part of the holiday.
Yeah, especially if you're driving alone, because lots of people who are still working and have been left behind are going to start driving come Sunday to get home. Yep. Just tell us about what you need to do if you are driving alone. Your favorite music, perhaps, sing along, lose your voice along the way. What is it?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll like your voice more than others, but I think the thing is you've definitely got to sing or keep yourself awake somehow. Obviously, get a good night's rest. Make sure that, not only a good night, if you're leaving in the day, make sure that you're rested before you leave. So don't hit the road, don't get in your car if you're fatigued or if you're tired or if you've had a rough couple of hours before then. Make sure that you are well rested before that journey. And if you are going to be driving alone, it's also a very good idea to stop every 2 hours or 200 kilometers. You stretch your legs, you get a bit of fresh air, you interact with other people. So very, very important that you do that. Don't get on your cell phone and text and try and look for ways to keep yourself busy and occupied while you're on the road. That's not the right attitude. Put your cell phone away. Keep it for that emergency. If you're driving alone, focus on the road. But, obviously keep things in the car that are going to keep you alert. Maybe listen to some music, maybe turn the volume up a bit just so that you are alert. But don't drive if you're going to be tired. I think that's very, very important, Sean.
Yeah. And then lastly, any way of saving petrol, because we all know how much that affects us.
Yeah, obviously if you keep a constant speed, you're going to save a little bit of petrol. You've got to be aware of the fact that if you're towing another vehicle, like a caravan or a boat or a trailer, your fuel consumption is going to obviously be higher. If you're driving with the air conditioner on, specifically through some areas that are going to be very hot, you are going to be using more fuel. So I think budget properly for your trip down. Understand that you've got to include toll fees in that budget as well, and make sure that you've got enough money to cover the journey there and obviously the journey back again. If you're driving at a constant speed, at an even speed, your fuel consumption should pretty much be what it is supposed to be in the vehicle that you are driving. You can check the vehicle book to see exactly what that vehicle consumption is, but driving very fast or obviously very slow is going to affect that consumption. So keep an even speed, keep an even temperament, and get to your destination in one piece, happy and healthy.
All right, thanks for the tips. Appreciate it. That was Leighton Beard, spokesperson for the Automobile Association of South Africa.